them come. This is their fate.
All right. My Birdman hands. All right. Welcome back to the House of Wolves podcast. I am your host, Deontay, here with my near and dear friends, Jalen and Josh. Today we got more topics, more stuff to talk about, more things going on. Looking forward to the Xbox Direct coming up here soon. We're going to have a lot to talk about next week on that. But right now, we got some good stuff in regards to Prince of Persia. We got some Stalker 2 news just came out. Frostpunk being announced out of nowhere. Suicide Squad is actually getting decent recognition for doing something right. I don't know what yet, but we're going to figure it out. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about, and we're going to get right into it. But before we get started, as always, Jalen, Josh, tell the people how you been, what you've been up to, what you've been doing, how's life going, what you've been playing. Talk to the people.
Sure. So I'll kick it off. Yeah, it's been a good week for me. Still pretty cold in Japan. We don't get any snow, but it's very windy. So give you that good winter feeling, winter impression for some of y'all who missed that. Me, I don't. I'm just in the house all day, and this week I've just been playing more Warframe, more Frames of War.
Man, you got to give it up, baby.
Grinding and
Nah, just
yep, getting all the Warframes, getting all the weapons.
yeah.
Do my time. But yeah, it's been going good. And since I'm on PC now, I've been this Warframe has player to player trading. And since I'm on PC, it's just a whole lot easier to just like message somebody and just trade. So I've been getting not a lot, but like the main thing is that you can trade in-game currency, so you can buy like stuff from the store from trading with people. So it's interesting. So if you do grind for something and you get something you don't like, sell it to somebody else, and it's like you haven't wasted time.
Gotcha.
But yeah, not much to say about Warframe, other than I guess they might have paused it, but they paused the
Cross
the
save.
cross save activation. They paused it for Christmas break. The developers took some time off, so they paused it. Now everybody's back. They reopened it today. So it, just check it out if you're interested in it. You just have to go to the website and activate it while it's live. But yeah, other than that, I was sorry.
No problem.
Haven't played anything else really. Just yeah. I mean, I did watch like a couple TV shows trying to catch up on the Disney Plus stuff because we have Disney Plus, but we don't watch it. I guess.
What you watch,
regularly.
Echo?
Yeah, we watch Echo.
Okay. What you think?
So to be, I guess, objective, the show was mid. But
Okay.
I enjoyed the actress a lot. She does a really, really good job, and especially for her to be someone who's, deaf. So she's a deaf actress, but she I don't know. It's like if it's facial expressions or body language or whatever, but she does a very good job where she feels very natural in her role. And I think the show overall is also interesting, but since the main actor is deaf, all the characters communicated like speaking, but also in sign language. So I thought it was very cool to actually see like the whole production, a part of that to make this show work, because you don't see, I guess, a lot of shows with like your lead has a disability that they're all catering to make sure that it works. So I liked the main actress a lot. But yeah, the show it's mid. It's not like better than any other Disney TV show. Some episodes are good. Some episodes like don't really make sense. Like, why y'all do this? But I at least say like I'm happy for her, and I hope that I don't know if she does more Echo but just hope she can do more roles in acting because she's very good.
I just got one question for that before you move past it. Was
Yeah.
it the most brutal and violent Disney show you've watched?
Um, I I guess technically this is the most violent that Disney has done, but the part of the problem with the show is like it's trying to mix a whole bunch of different ideas. Like this is kind of the continuation of Daredevil in a way, so it's gonna be
Yeah.
violent and people will be fighting and stuff like that. And then the other side of that is this is the story about her, like the main character, where she's from, her Native American tribe, her community, and stuff like that. So it's like slice of life, but also Daredevil. And I don't think it actually works as well. Separately, it could have been like if these two ideas were separated,
Mm-hmm.
you get the slice of life, Native American life. That's interesting. And the Daredevil stuff is also interesting, but together they don't really work because I don't know, they don't have the budget or the time, whatever. So yeah, the I guess the problem there are only a handful of fights, and those handful of fights I think are good. They're giving you what you would want from kind of a Daredevil,
Mm-hmm.
but it's only a handful of fights, and most of the time you're spending just slice of life stuff. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. All right. All right.
uh, if if you want an impression of how Daredevil will be, like I think yeah they do like the fights are still gritty and there's blood and stuff like that. So if they can continue that for Daredevil. I think Daredevil will be in a good place. But yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's good to know. I was gonna give it a shot, and watch that one simply because of the tagline that is most brutal one. I was like, it ain't more brutal than the Punisher, but maybe whatever. I check
No,
it out.
it's not on that level, but yeah,
Yeah,
technically Marvel didn't make it. Netflix made it, but
gotcha.
yeah.
Okay. Um. Well, anything else you want to add before we push it to Jalen? Give us some updates on Sea of Stars, maybe. I don't know.
No, I'm trying to hear from our Kingdom Hearts correspondent. See what news we got. It's been a minute since we heard
Oh
from
yeah, I forgot about him
Nomura.
being the Kingdom Hearts correspondent. Let us know what's up on the forums, Jalen. What's going on the forums?
What's
Is
up with
that
Nomura?
yeah?
I know
Is
he
this,
helping out a little bit with Final Fantasy VII, but he not directing it.
yeah,
So
yeah. So what's going
where your boy
on?
at?
What are you up to?
He told me that when it comes to Chicago and tell us a little bit more about the new Kingdom Hearts, man. He said he want me to be the liaison. So I give y'all updates. He said he gonna fly here probably in like 13 minutes. Hey, so about just please be excited.
Please be
Not just,
excited.
but nah, I mean I ain't had nothing much going on this way. I haven't really played that much Overwatch. I feel like I've been gone. I've been kind of stuck in Kalamazoo a little bit because of the weather and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, then them roads is treacherous roads, man. So
Treacherous.
I'm like, I did the polar vortex thing, man. It's been a while since I've been on these type of roads. So, but nah, I mean, other than that, I mean, as far as games and stuff like that, I started trying to play what's that game called, Live Alive or whatever,
Oh,
on
Oh
my
yeah.
Steam Deck. I was having some graphical errors and stuff with it. I don't really know. I have to fondle with it just a tad bit, but other than that, though, I mean. Nothing really new or any games or anything like that. Wait into
mm.
that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Yeah, that does
You
looking
know,
too good to pass up. That's a too good to pass up type of game right there.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
they dropped a new trailer this week, right?
Yeah, they did. Looks really good.
yeah, I ain't seen none of the trailers. I gotta check them out. So,
Yeah.
Hmm.
but yeah, that's pretty much it. Though.
Okay.
Yeah. Since we're not gonna talk about the trailer, um, I was gonna ask, um, so Seven is coming out. Seven Rebirth is coming out in like 2 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, right now PS5 only. I'm I'm debating because I want to play it when it comes out, but they still being iffy about the PC release time. They said it'll be this year. But at least I want to ask y'all who, I guess, in Final Fantasy VII um, remake or rebirth, who is the party member that you like the most? Whether it's like to play as them or story wise, like what character do you like the most?
That's a good question. I think it's like a balance of collective. Like I don't really have a favorite. Um, nor do but I just found everybody to be interesting enough. It felt
Mhm.
like a collective of, cool people. I like the I don't even know his name, but the lion. What's his name? The freaking I don't know if he's a lion, maybe a cheetah. The
Red
half.
13.
Yeah. I liked him. I like his voice acting more than anything. But I don't know if yeah, I really don't know. I don't really have anybody that I was like super enthused with. I just think that
Mhm.
they all have a part to play, and it's like cool to see it come together. I like the Aerith. Aerith.
Mhm.
No. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I like Aerith because she's just mysterious. I know she got like a superpower or something. She's special in some way that they ain't shown yet. So that's about it. I don't really have like a favorite. I guess she would be my favorite because I really want to see what she can. What is her back history? What is her story?
Yeah.
Because we don't know it yet. So yeah.
Uh, what about you, Jalen?
Um, I'm trying to think. So story wise, I don't really have anyone specific. I mean, I kind of think like hmm, I felt like Bear was kind of interesting, like story wise.
Mhm.
Um, I haven't played the game in a couple of years, so I'm just trying to recall off my memory. So I played some of seven. I think I made it to maybe at least like somewhere between like 30 to 50% of the original game, and it's different
Mhm.
because there's no voice acting and stuff like that. But I think voice acting is a strong component to understanding a character, getting how they feel, really wrapping your head around this character. So when it's not present, you kind of got to look a little bit harder, or whatever. So, with that being said, I think story wise, I thought Bear was a lot more interesting compared to how he was in Seven. I thought he was kind of like a goofball and stuff, but I like how they did his character, and I had a lot more respect for him versus him just being a big goofy buff dude or whatever.
Yeah.
Cloud, he's still pretty bland. I think it did him a little justice the way like talking and stuff like that. So as far as story wise, I'm gonna go with Barrett. As far as like gameplay wise, it was probably between Cloud and Tifa. I like the
Mhm.
Cloud just because I felt like he gets things done. He was like a more balanced character, a little bit more emphasis on like the melees and stuff, which is gonna be a lot of what you'll be doing in the game. Like melee attacking and stuff like that, and I like how you could switch stances. But I did like a lot of the like moves that Tifa did have, and she kind of created a more fluid gameplay experience where you didn't feel like you was actually playing having like the little ATB coming in play. Because she
Mhm.
just throw like a rapid flurry of punches, and I remember she had a couple different like sweeps and moves and stuff like that that I found a lot of utility in. Of course, she's
Yeah.
probably not like I don't remember her being the strongest or anything like that. I remember Cloud always been my go-to, but dealing with a lot of enemies and ads and stuff like that. I remember going to Tifa a couple times to try to get through things. Like, feel like she can get through them a little bit quicker than Cloud can.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Tifa was my favorite gameplay wise because yeah, like just the regular random battles, she would like blow through them real quick, and like you have to build up her combo stuff. But in a lot of like regular battles, you kill enemies before you even get to like full power. But just because she was so strong. And Cloud, I like his gameplay as well, but I focused more on him for like boss fights and stuff, just because like he had the best like utilities as far as like switching stances and stuff like that to deal with the different bosses. But yeah, I agree. I like everyone so far. It's a ensemble cast, but Barrett was like the biggest one, I guess, who grew on me because I didn't really like Barrett in the original either. Uh, like Jalen said, he was kind of not goofy. He was always serious, but the way that he was always so aggressive and like not um couldn't sit down for like a minute. He was always like, Let's go blow up something else." He was kind of goofy and annoying because he was also mean to Cloud. Like, "I don't need
Mm.
you, boy. Why you here?" uh, and so it was annoying. But I think with the voice acting, like Jalen said, that it works a lot better now. Like you can when he's calm and he's talking about the things he cares about, it feels more like natural and you can understand him a bit more. So i- his his goofy moments or annoying moments are kind of forgiven a bit. So yeah,
Mm.
I like everybody, and I was just gonna say the Rebirth, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the whole not the whole point, but the big thing about the next game is that you're gonna get a lot more people added to that cast. Like Red 13 showed up at the end of the game, but he's gonna be there from the beginning, so you're gonna spend more time with him, learn more about him, learn about. I know they're at least adding 3 more characters in the next game. Plus, we got Yuffie in the DLC, but even if you didn't play the DLC, Yuffie's gonna be there from the beginning as well. So at least 4 new characters that were not there for like the whole of the first game. So I think that's a strong point of Final Fantasy VII, the characters, and you know, the longer you spend time with them all, the you like them more. So hopefully they can all do them all well, where they make me like them even more. So yeah, that's all about Final Fantasy.
Okay. No, I think yeah, I think that's it's going to be shaping up to be a really good game, and it's probably going to be one of the better games of the year for sure. More than likely, simply because it's open world, but they're building up to I'd say something like a Final Fantasy 15 situation, but just with better characters period, across the board. So hopefully, if the level of gameplay holds out in an open world situation, that's all I'm hoping for, really. But yeah, let's. Oh, I didn't even talk about mine. Dang, it's a long opener. Really, I'm gonna rush it then. More than likely, I played Dave the Diver, which is really fun. And I played a lot of Overwatch and just Dave the Diver. I think I didn't play anything else. I tried to play Baldur's Gate again, but just haven't got back into it yet. And that's about it. I played a lot of that, and I started the God of War Valhalla DLC, which is pretty
So,
interesting too.
did
And the
you
story
play
beats. So
did you play the new modes of Overwatch? Or
no,
okay.
there's never been a time where I wanted to even try a new mode in Overwatch. It's always been the same thing. Yeah, I thought you
Well,
was
yeah,
gonna say
that's
Apex.
no.
Uh,
The reason I asked because they um, Overwatch is balanced for me is frustrating.
okay.
I think for a lot of people, but what they did this weekend, which was different, is that they're play testing my bad. They're play testing a new version of Quick Play, in which they're saying that eventually they want to roll this out as the main version of Quick Play. So I didn't play this weekend, so I don't know how they actually did it in the game. But there's
Oh,
Quick Play, and then there's uh, I think it's called like quick play or faster quick play, where basically the objective, like like when you're playing push, the objective literally drives faster. You capture points faster, you respawn faster.
mm.
Everything is faster. Everything is boosted because they want to make a quick play instead of a 15-minute game, into like a 7 to 10 minute game. So they're literally trying to make it faster. So I don't know if they
Oh,
replaced the main playlist because I didn't actually test it out. But I think it's gone now. They said they're gonna bring it back soon because they're planning to, I guess, roll this out as like permanent changes in some way. So maybe
was it on there
uh
on Monday? I don't know. I don't remember. I didn't
uh
see nothing like that, honestly.
Okay,
But maybe I
yeah, I
wasn't
don't
looking
know
paying
if it's
attention.
for. Yeah, I don't know the exact dates, but I know it's
Mhm.
gone now. They said they're gonna add it back. They announced that like this morning. So
Gotcha.
maybe it might have been there for like Monday at least for a couple hours. But anyways, what do y'all think of a faster quick play?
I think they're trying to make it into Call of Duty, to be honest. Which I don't like, but it ain't my call to make. This along with the whole updated, which we're gonna talk about too, which we might as well roll into, was the whole Overwatch is now getting every character is getting a health regen option in some shape or fashion outside of combat. Um, that just tells me, yeah, they don't really want it to be team oriented that much anymore. And they want people to be viable on their own at space in a particular space, not like it's gonna be like, but this is a slippery slope to me. And I mean, they gotta do something. I guess they not a lot of people ain't playing this game, so I don't know. But to say the least, I don't like. What about
So I mean, I guess to answer Josh's question with the faster quick play option. I mean, I guess if it's an option, I mean, I never really been somebody who can say no to extra options for people who it might apply to. I guess the only downfall I got if it starts splitting the search pool or whatever for players and stuff. Because I mean, we all get frustrated when we try like let's run 2 games real quick. We got 30 minutes, and then it takes 6 minutes to find one game or something like that. Like that's not favorable. So just going to increase
you?
that time. It's not ideal. As far as like the healer thing to answer Deontay's question, or the healing damage into the tank and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know all the specifics, so I can't really speak entirely on it. I guess in my head, the only way that would be acceptable or something I'd be cool with is if you had those long periods of times where you're going around and you haven't been healed. And then it goes up, you know what I'm saying, at like a not like a crazy rate or nothing like that, but just kind of go up maybe like slower or something like that. Cause I mean, every blue moon I'd be like, all right, well, let me retreat from these lines or something like that instead of keep pushing this objective and like fall back or whatever to go try to find a health kit or something just to get some of my health back because like I was playing the other day, I haven't been healed in like the past 30 seconds. I'm at half health, like 50% or whatever. Um like if you want me to do math, I was actually at 57%, but but literally the healer, I got a battle more where literally running next to me and she's just not healing me. And I'm like, if you're not in combat or anything like that, I think the least you can do is, and I mean, I'm not saying they didn't do this on purpose. I understand people have oversights and people misses and stuff like that. But I'm literally right next to you, and it's like me, you, and somebody else running, and you're not. None of us are doing anything besides like pushing objective. Like, just heal me. So that was a little frustrating because I'm like, all right, let me go try to see if I can go find a health kit. Versus if I had the self healing little thing employed in there, then that could have alleviated that because it's literally been like 30 seconds before I even got healed. I had to go do something else. Um, in that instance, okay, that's fine. But if I'm just playing and I'm a Genji and I'm harassing people and stuff like that, and I'm just going across the field, just like spawn, like harassing the spawn, falling back, Genji hard to catch and stuff like that, a good one at least, and he's getting healed for not being with his team and just harassing other players and stuff like that. I don't think that's a good reason to be healed because you are already playing outside your lines anyway. There's never a point in time in Overwatch where you actually needs to be on the person's like real close to they spawn. Even in the push games, like you don't never push into they spawn, you push close to it. Like so it's just stuff like that. Like I don't think that's a good reason to have that. So again, I don't know how the whole healing mechanism they plan to do it. I just don't think it's something that really needs to be there. And I mean, I'm curious on how they're gonna do it, especially when you got dedicated healers. That's not like, I mean, I guess you got like battle mercies and stuff like that too, but some is a little bit more heavy focus on the healing than others, and you kind of taking them out their job and stuff like that to some capacity. I mean, it's not that many people to heal. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on how they're going to play it. Basically, what I'm getting at. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's a long one to answer.
No, it's fair. It's still early because these are season, I guess season 9 changes, and right now we're in season 8. So it's still gonna be a while before they actually reveal how it works, and it might not be that bad.
Yeah,
And
so
I feel conflicted about. Go ahead. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
no. I was gonna read this statement to kind of give some more clarity around it.
Mm.
But go ahead and finish your statement, and I'll read it.
Oh, you can read it because I'm gonna talk
Oh,
about it.
Overwatch is 2's upcoming season 9. Basically, these are some highlights from Game Rant and their article, but these are the highlights of it. Overwatch 2's upcoming season 9 will bring significant changes to the game's heroes, including a less powerful version of the support class self-healing passive ability for tank and damage heroes. This change could drastically shift the game's meta and potentially impact team play. The developer's apology for announcing this change without proper context suggests that it is part of a larger set of balance changes coming in Season 9. The game development team is focusing on addressing issues like damage spikiness, the role of DPS in securing kills, and the strength of healing. The new healing ability for tank and damage heroes could lead to a stronger emphasis on individual playmaking and less reliance on support teammates. It remains uncertain how much the gameplay will shift, but players can expect noticeable changes from game to game. Basically, they apologize because it was out of context. People took that and
Mm.
ran with it, and it may be not as bad as we think, as you stated.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Overall, I'm split on it because I think it's fair to change like how the healing works because
Mm-hmm.
Overwatch, like the healers are strong. They can save your life a lot, and like if you have a good mercy, then you might struggle to kill that Pharah in the air because they're working together. And that can be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And there's already passive healing like when you're like walking near the push objective and stuff. So that's it's not that bad. It's pretty slow. It's pretty much just gonna take you from 100 to 150 if you out of combat. So they might do it well where you don't notice it because it
Mm-hmm.
only works out of combat. So that could be cool. But what I was gonna say where I'm conflicted is that these seem like really big like core changes that they're doing, and I feel like they're kind of not knee jerk, but they're kind of reactionary. Like this was not your intention to design Overwatch 2 for people to have uh passive healing, but this is your response to like the meta being in a place where you can't like balance it well.
Yeah.
uh yeah. Yeah, and
It's
it
it's.
all really comes from them removing the second tank, and
Mm-hmm.
everything just kind of like been snowballing from there. Where the one tank he's kind of underpowered, and so you got to buff the tanks, and then you have a tank that's too good, and so now you got healers that are too strong because the tank can't die, and they're healing him really well, and so yeah, they got to keep doing like crazy like changes, and it's all because like kind of missing a character, and
Yeah.
this game was designed for six.
Yeah, I mean that was a pretty drastic change. I don't know if I like six more than if I like six more than five at this point anymore. But
Yeah, I think 5 is fun, but I think it's more unbalanced, and
hmm
they're trying their best to like keep up. It's
yeah,
same thing with Destiny when they removed when they went 4v4. 4v4 was fun, but they had no idea how to balance supers and stuff like
yeah, true. Okay. Well, that's Overwatch 2 in a nutshell right now. It's very indecisive and does not know what's going on, but we will continue to play it and keep you guys updated as the season comes. I think it's coming February 20th, so you'll be seeing some lots of changes around that time for that game. All right, let's move on to Prince of Persia. This game has been doing fairly well actually. In regards to like reviewing, it's like in nines and everything like that. Metacritic, I'm pretty sure is sitting at like a 90 something, maybe. Um, that doesn't matter anyway. But overall, people are saying that they are actually this is a good Metrovania game, and I'm intrigued. Honestly, I wasn't at first. I was like, this is a big skip, Because Ubisoft, I don't trust them no more. I don't trust them with nothing. They're not really the greatest they've ever been, and it's very lacking, to say the least, that they have dropped something in it and it's actually good. I think they're very copy and paste. The only time they actually do something well or do something cool is in these smaller, developers that they can afford to have while they still keep churning and burning their big IPs to the ground. So, Prince of Persia is a bigger IP, but this is like a smaller scale game in development. And once I realized that these people were the people that made one of my favorite side scrolling games, music rhythm games, Rayman Legends, I said, oh, heck, how did I not know that? I did not know that this was the same guys or the gals. So I'm very excited for this game, and I'm probably going to pick it up. But I wanted to pick it up on my Steam Deck, and I don't think I could do that. So that might put a little hamper on my fun, because it's only coming to Microsoft Windows, which tells me it is going to be on Ubisoft's platform. And yeah, no thank you. So I don't know, maybe I'll buy it on the Xbox, but I really don't want to play it on there either. I really feel like this would be a good game to beat, and I only can really beat games quickly if it's on my Steam Deck, and I really don't want to stream it. So decisions, but it does look really good. A lot of reviews have said that this is a great game. A lot of people are loving the demo. I downloaded the demo. I didn't play it yet. I had plans to do that today or tomorrow, depending. But yeah, I'm very much so liking the art style, loving the way they're doing the cutscenes and everything like that. I did not expect it to even have cutscenes. I thought it was gonna be very low budget, but from what I can see and what we can play, it does not look like it's low budget. It looks like it's very polished and actually has some money behind it, which is great because I miss these types of games, and like I said, because I know now that what I didn't know, that the individuals that made Rayman Legends are making this game, it's all the more plausible that this is going to be a great one. So, any thoughts on Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown? Anything that y'all seen or heard on the mad streets of the internet about this game?
No, just positive stuff. Like you said, the combat seems fun, and the exploration as a Metroidvania game seems fun. And I've always liked those type of games.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want to play it. It's only $50 as well, but it, it's time. I gotta find time.
Yeah.
Like Ubisoft does have their like streaming, not Game Pass, but like their catalog of games that they put up that you can pay for a month. You play all the games you want. I might end up doing something like that if it's available on there. Just because like I do want to play it, I might be able to beat it in a pretty quick time and
Mm-hmm.
save a little bit of money. But they can still get my dollars and attention. But yeah, so far it looks really good. But yeah, I haven't played any Ubisoft games in a while. They're kind of in a weird space.
Oh, absolutely. In a weird space. And now that you brought that up, this game does launches in that Uplay, and I still have it for Avatar.
Oh yeah, you
So
play? Okay.
yeah, the I forget, it's like Uplay Connect Plus or something like that. Something goofy. I wonder if I can run this on the Steam Deck through Proton through hmm. I would have to see if that could work. If that works, then
Yeah.
I play it. But if it doesn't, then I'm not going to sit in my computer and play this game. It's just not going to happen. It's not in the cards for me anymore, Josh. Babies, man. But
Yeah.
it's just not in the cards. So I need to find a way to play it in a more plausible way where I can pause and start it and not have to deal with it being streamed. So I just need to figure out a way to do that. So yeah, once I figure that out, we golden. But hopefully they don't keep it on just Ubisoft platform for long. What about you, Jalen? Gonna put this in your repertoire? You gonna give Ubisoft another chance after Unity? It's been a while. It's time to go back.
Man, that junk, it ain't been 10 years, man. They got a great game.
You give
Nah, low key.
It's been 10 years. That was a 2014 for Unity.
Yeah, that might have
Like,
been.
14. Ain't been 10 years yet.
When did they come out?
2014.
It's probably like August or something.
Yeah.
It's like September, October 14.
Yeah, it's always one of those fall games. November 11th, 2014.
Oh, did you play Assassin's Creed last year?
Nope.
No.
I ain't touched Assassin's Creed game since UNIPY.
They got me with that Valhalla. That was bad.
Did that one like flying ships or something like that?
Valhalla.
Or like disappearing ships. I forgot.
Yeah, they had the disappearing ships. They had the boats floating.
I just don't know how you adapt, but you just see that and stuff and be like they'll be like, dang it, man, we messed up again. like what they be thinking when they see that? Like, I don't know, bro. No, they not getting me, bro. You gotta wait 10 years, bro. They gotta serve their sentence.
Did y'all see Did y'all see the controversy online about the only black character haircuts they be giving?
Yeah.
I keep seeing memes about this dude, the main character in Prince of Persia. They said, man, he got that Bangalore, that Miles Morales, they said everybody got this haircut. I have never seen anyone with this haircut. Not in this format. I mean, I've seen dreads, but never this side swoop like this. Not in the, I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen it. But this is the only haircut they got, G. Do y'all see the vision of how they trying to paint us, or do y'all think this is in people's head? I was looking at it, I was like, man, I mean, it's not that bad, but yeah, I mean, some of them I'm like, don't y'all got Bangalore here twice trying to act like she's a different person. They said they threw a different skin on her and said it's another one. I'm like, bro, that's Bangalore again, bro. Chill out. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it all started because like the Killmonger haircut,
yeah,
and Black Panther. And to be fair, I did like Killmonger's look in there. I think that it was good and interesting. And in video games for a long time, black characters had either you bald or you got some cornrows, and
the cornrows. That's what I was looking for.
The cornrows was always.
I'm tired of cornrows. I'm tired of being bald, and then they give you the really big long dreads, or a big afro. Yeah. So we have 4 haircuts. Now this is number 5. This is the 5th one. It's getting played out real quick. I still like the style, but yeah, it got played out real quick because every black character from the next 5 years, that's going to be the haircut they got.
Yeah,
that being said, I've seen people saying like it's nothing wrong with developers using it, but it's showing that they don't have any other like creativity when it comes to black hair. There's a million other things you can do. You can do different types of dreads. You can style it different. You can do different types of braids, all types of stuff. But we got this one. We're gonna do it all right, and that's it. So yeah, I want to see more variety. I'm tired of seeing it as well. Tekken just announced their new character.
Oh yeah, I see my man Eddie. I was like, not trying to do Eddie like this.
He had like braids or dreads like before, and they look different. But he
just had them pulled to the back. It was like the same type of caulk, but it wasn't like cut to the side. It was like literally a ponytail straight back. It was like literally the same fade at the sides, but it just was like, why y'all have to let his hair down? Do that?
Yeah, that one is I don't know. That might be racist because he's not a black American. You
Ain't he
taking his culture.
Jamaican?
Yeah, he Jamaican. You taking his dreads away and styling it like Killmonger. That don't you can't just change him like that. So I don't know. It might be racist. I don't know.
Oh my god. You could tell they only saw one movie, G. One movie. They said, yeah, we gotta get they said, hey, I like that look. Copy paste. Copy paste. I saw it when I was like the last straw is when I saw when Horizon Forbidden West. I said, come on now, y'all gave Aloy the fake white dreads. Y'all can't give my man something better than that. They was tweaking. I was like, she had like a different style. It was like the nappy head, the nappy like basically when white hair gets like in that same type of in that it gets in that same type of dreading. It becomes like what Aloy's hair looks like, but it's kind of like almost like a semi long, semi dreaded look. And I was like, how y'all gonna pull that off of her? But y'all can't do nothing special for my man that's in the camera. It's one guy that's bald and one guy that got the same dreads, man. So yeah. I knew it was a plight. I didn't think it was that bad until they put it all together. Until they snuck in Bangalore twice. Like, don't do that. Like, I seen y'all trying to get away with something. But it is a lot of for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen, have you seen this? I think we had a good moment when Hogwarts gave us a crispy fade. So I'm assuming the sentiment is the same from you.
Who made Hogwarts again? That wasn't Ubisoft, right?
That was like it was like a hot key or
yeah,
a new developer.
AWB, but they focusing on like Harry Potter stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So the fact that game almost sold me because they had good haircuts in there, and the fact that it was all this stuff about good haircuts. I think Supreme Dreams had posted something. That's a problem itself. Like, why is we astounded that they have good haircuts and with people hair evolving, not evolving, but the hairstyles changing and people being able to express themselves with their hairstyles and stuff like that. Especially like black people. Um, that that's not anything new. So like all these games not having adequate black haircuts and the black haircuts that they got is trash. Like, I ain't talking trash, I'm talking trash. You feel me?
Trash.
Like that we it's just a problem that we astounded by how good the haircuts provided. You know, you play Dark Souls.
It's going robotic for you, Jalen.
It is.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Let's do that. Let's reassess. Let's adjust.
First defender. They ain't even got a good fro. They got ugly froze.
Bro.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like Hogwarts had plenty of good black haircuts. Me, Deontay, and Josh do not have the same haircuts. Like we're the same age. We all have different haircuts and have different variations and stuff like that. And Hogwarts captures some of them. Yeah, we all want. Yeah, so like you can have a similar haircut, but it could just be something like if they gonna give everybody a fro, it don't got be no big dumb fro. Like there's many different variations, and they just don't capture all that stuff. And clearly, they ain't got somebody somebody that's well versed or that understands haircut. Not to like not a barber, but somebody that's decently okay to be like, all right, let me give him a taper. Okay, this is a temple fade. All right, let me put a couple designs in his head. They don't even got something simple as a double hairline. I mean, nobody shouldn't be wearing them in this day and age. I mean, but dang, you know what I'm saying? Give me a double hairline, bro. Like, put like something in my head. Let me just shave the back just a little bit. Let me have a high top fade. Can I get a kid and play? They just like, hey, give him that lumpy that fro that ain't like ain't been picked out. Like he been laying in bed for 13 days.
And like push that hairline all the way back. I'm talking all the way.
Exactly. Give him some cornrows where the parts ain't evenly defined. It looks like somebody just spread the hair up in there and then put like some black dye or some.
Oh
you know what I'm saying? Just stuff like that, bro. Like, come on, dog. Like y'all can do better. Or they ain't gotta have no big dookie dreads. So, but anyway, I ain't even gonna.
I have to find the thread, but one game that do got decent black hair, the one I always talk about, is Fortnite,
Oh
because
my,
they actually do have fades and like braids
yeah,
of
I
different styles
know.
for everybody. Because like if
They
you
got
have
to.
Snoop Dogg in the game, yeah,
Yeah,
and you got Travis Scott and everybody, they all got different hair, so they tailor it for them. And then even the generic characters have like different afros, different fades, different braids, and everything. So Fortnite was pretty good, but somebody had actually put together a thread of it in on Twitter or X, whatever, showing that they did it. Yeah, but
yeah.
Hogwarts Legacy is still I guess the contender of
The
showing
bar.
like
Yeah,
this is the bar for a create your own character, and you can have a bunch of different white styles, different hairstyles for white characters or Asian characters, but you can also do it for black characters, and
oh
it's
for sure.
appreciated.
Yep, that's all I needed. All I needed was
Oh,
that. And
oh.
oh, go ahead.
No, I was about to say the only game where is, the game that I play, or I guess really this time period that's acceptable for people to not have fades and good black haircuts is games like Stank or Dark Souls. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not people. They don't got clippers in there, bro. They ain't got nothing that can chop chop. You know, cha cha. They don't got
Yeah,
none
they
of that in
can't
there,
come out
bro.
there looking like a good fade, bro. No, that don't make
Yeah, unless
sense.
they gonna run a sword across their head. I mean, I don't think it's worth it to look fresh for 2 weeks. You feel me? So those games, I get it. Like they're a little bit more acceptable. But these other games where you futuristic, I'm like, you ain't got no clippers that can get bro right. Like, yeah,
I
her looking
think
like a clown.
like I mean even for Cyberpunk's all their like a visionary stuff, they didn't have like the greatest. I think the finals had like decent fades on most of their characters, but they were very like basic of like you only got like four options maybe. So I understand even having those four is fine, but at least make them look good, make them look like someone would actually wear it, not just you know all over the place. It just look crazy sometimes. Um, but yeah, I mean, outside of well, our original topic, Prince of Persia, Lost Crown, and the guy, the game looks really good, and I'm interested in seeing a lot more of that. But it comes out very soon. I think this is Friday, that it should be out, which is the 19th. So you don't have that long to wait if you're interested in playing Prince of Persia. But let's move on to our next topic. I don't want to spend too much time because we are already running up close. But the next thing I wanted to talk about was Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, getting the new launch trailer, people getting their first impressions, and IGN getting a lot of flack for theirs. But some people liked it, some people don't, and if IGN is on the wrong side of the internet, they gonna get dogpiled. So they weren't on the right side of the internet. The internet was like, "Oh, it looks great." I I can't, from experience, from watching the game, from seeing the game, I have no problem, siding with IGN. I don't think this game is going to be good. I already explained that. Um, and I think a lot of people are just solely hyping it up based off of it being from Rocksteady. Rocksteady cannot shine a turd good enough to make it into a diamond. This is not that type of game. This game fundamentally has a problem, and that is the issue. There's nothing you can do about that. So from my stance, this game's still gonna suck. But what do you guys think if you've seen any of the new stuff? If you've seen any of the PS5 immersion stuff, if you watched the 26 minutes of Suicide Squad gameplay, if you saw any of that, what are you thinking? This game is supposed to come out February 2nd.
I think that it's not gonna do well. Not that the game is bad, but
Mm,
it's a hard sell. Like the budget is very high, so they need to make their money back. It's gonna be a
mm-hmm,
live service game, so they need players playing every day, spending money, and players have to be interested enough to like want to keep playing, and I just don't think that uh those games don't have a lot of success, and especially when they have like this much like I would say mixed press so close
Hmm.
to launch. Like from what I've seen of it, it doesn't seem terrible. Like I'm still interested in the characters, still interested in the story. But yeah, the UI and the gameplay and how they're gonna do the loot system and the monetization with like season passes and all that stuff is off putting. And so even somebody who's interested now, instead of buying it day one, I gotta buy it I'm gonna wait and see, wait for reviews, wait for a sale. And unfortunately, these live service games of like the big budget can't necessarily wait for like word of mouth to spread. Because these games they need the money like day one.
Yeah.
Uh,
They
so
continue to
it,
build on what they want to and do the things that they
yeah,
need to. And
I'm
it's,
not gonna get greenlit for another season from Warner Brothers if they losing money day one. Yeah,
yeah. Um, and Warner Brothers, I understand what they're trying to do, and it was the move at some point with the games. Like, I just don't think it was a smart idea to put one of your best companies, publishing wise, on this. This is the task for the up and comers that could potentially make something special. This is not for one of your A-list developers. This is a time wasted. In my opinion, even if they create the foundation that could be solid, the iterations of this, the adding to it, the building upon it is not going to be done by Rockstar. They're not wasting their time on this. Why would I? That's what it tells me, like the fundamentally this is a broken system of a game because it's just because I know Rocksteady is not going to be stuck updating Kill the Justice League forever. They're going to be over it and done with it in a year. Why would I put any effort into this game? Especially if I know that it is geared to not be a single player focused, fun, you know, fun bonanza. It's some stupid, I don't know, man. I can't get behind it. I'm sorry, I just can't. And and I think a lot of people are gonna have that same sentiment. And even if it like really solid, enjoyable, 15 hours, that ain't enough for what you're trying to do with a live service. So I just think it was a lot of wasted time, honestly. Um, and we have more to sell in a later time, but right now it's not shaping up to be the game I thought it was going to be, and you guys know that, so I don't need to harp on it. But I do agree with Josh stating that at least they look like they put the effort in. It's not. I don't think it's enough. I think they did put the effort in though. The effort it shows in the iterations of the presentation, the amount of money, the budget behind it, the animation, and everything. But
yeah,
you only
a
can
lot of
do
effort
so much.
put into it, but like you're saying, that effort probably should have been spent elsewhere.
Yeah.
Um, like not necessarily another Batman game, but like that's what people like them for.
Yeah.
You can use that skill to make another franchise just as good. But live service games are kind of a time and money sink, and they put a lot of time and money into it,
Mm-hmm.
and just gotta wait for it to finally be out.
Jalen, no, I got to come to you. Popping? Just,
I ain't even got no jokes this time. You know I ain't getting that done. I'm trying to go over with.
yeah, yeah, it's a pretty bad state. I ain't gonna lie. It's pretty. Uh, all right. Well, let's move on to our next topic. The next thing that I wanted to talk about was Stalker 2. It was delayed. But it does have a final release date now, so that's good. Um, Stalker 2. Honestly, I'm not that big on it, Josh, and I kind of want to see if you have more to add than me. But I understand
Uh,
that they have a pretty serious situation because of the war and being a Ukrainian developer, they had a lot of issues with just dealing with that type of stuff and trying to make a game. So I understand the delays, and pretty much I'm not harping on it honestly because I wasn't anticipating it, but that story alone kind of put my eyes on it to say, okay, let me look at this. Let me look at the backstory of Stalker 1. Is this a game I could play? It falls into that Metro Exodus type of or Metro type of game style that I'm not like the fondest of, but um talk to us about Stalker if you know if you know anything. If not, I'm gonna read this
yeah,
part.
I've never played much of but like you said, it's in the same vein of what you would get from the Metro games, which
Mm-hmm.
are a more slower, like resource based, uh, first person shooter. In Call of Duty campaigns, you run through the map, basically
Mm-hmm.
infinite ammo, and go on to the next set piece. Where Stalker is a lot slower. There's more stealth. You got limited ammo. Enemies are strong. You die really quickly. So I think those type of games, there's a place for them. Like I really enjoy that type of gameplay for Metro,
Mm-hmm.
and I think with Stalker, I think they were. I don't know if they were the first, but they were one of the early uh, pioneers of that style of FPS. I used to hear people talk about Stalker One all the time. So I think the audience is excited for this, but like you said, their situation where they're currently, fighting in the Ukraine with
Mm-hmm.
Russia, and not necessarily that to say that the game is low budget, but it's not. You know, they're pushing the budget furthest that they've ever had. But
Mm-hmm.
I said their resources have been strained, and so yeah, it's been taking a while for the game to be developed. I'm still looking forward to it. I'm happy that they're able to actually continue to working on it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but yeah, I hope the game wasn't like too negatively impacted by everything. So, well, we'll see.
Yeah.
I haven't. I think they came out the new trailer or something today, right?
Yeah, they had a new trailer drop. I think it's like 4 minutes or so.
Okay.
Uh, but I think a lot of people were kind of harping on that. They felt like it was a downgrade that they showed from Gamescom back a little bit ago in 2023. They said the
Yeah.
Gamescom trailer wasn't the greatest, and they felt like they needed to recheck themselves. So that's why they are the delay. Delay is for polish and making sure the
Mhm.
game runs well because they're ready, but they want to make sure that it's actually presentable and to the quality that they want it to be. So
Mhm.
it will now be coming out September 5th of 2024 when it was originally supposed to come out in Q1. So honestly, take the time they need. It's it's honestly, I would love for them to make a game that's really worth praising and putting out there in the open because that's a crazy developmental story, and I really want the fruits of their labor to be to reap that fruits of their labor. Essentially, I don't want it to be
Yeah.
like a
They
bad
worked hard
situation.
for it, and it's better to delay it so that they
Yeah,
can polish it because yeah, this is a difficult situation to make a game in.
yeah.
And yeah, I want to see their. I don't know if they're how topical it's going to be or what they got to say about current events, but I want to see their perspective on things still. Because I will say, like I liked Metro. Uh, what's the second one?
2033.
2033 and Last Light. Okay, yeah, Metro
Yeah.
2033 and Last Light. I like those games a lot, and I still have not played Metro Exodus, even though
Mm-hmm.
I still have it. But it when I was ready to play it, like they started the war in the Ukraine,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just weird because those games actually do really deal with like war between Russia and other countries. So it was
Yeah.
like you playing the game about the war. So it was kind of weird. I haven't
Yeah.
played it yet. It's like I don't know if I was ready for that, but I still want to play it. It was really good.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So I think, like I said, I think that would be something to look out for September 5th. Stalker 2, part of of Chernobyl. All right, well, let's move on to next topic, and that's going to be foam stars.
Mhm.
uh, I don't know what to say about this game outside of it's definitely not as polished as Splatoon. And I don't know, it could be some easy, quick, laughs and fun, but outside of that, I don't see it being anything else. The coolest thing about this, guys, is that it is coming to PlayStation Plus February 6th. It should launch within that. So you will be able to play it if you are a PlayStation Plus subscriber. I'm pretty sure that news just came out. Now I can't find it, so I want to verify that it will before I put it over the airwaves that y'all can play it for free. And I'll be like, what you talking? Let me just verify that. Yep, Foam Stars launches as a PlayStation Plus monthly game on February 6th. It's the PlayStation blog 9 hours. So you will be able to play that Splatoon like PlayStation Square Enix game on February 6th. Yeah, I'm not gonna play this game, but I like Splatoon a lot though. I think the polish of the game is cool. I mean, I'd give it a try. You know what? I'm not gonna say never. I give it a try if there's ever any reason for me to feel like this is gonna be a valuable time. But this kind of feels like the same, cloth of the destruction all stars, where they dropped that game for free and nobody played it after a day or two because it just was not a good game. So it's really tough when you have these like arcadic style games that have to make its own market. The good thing is that they have a market when Splatoon, but Nintendo has a chokehold on that. I don't think that it can probably steer anyone from it, nor will anybody want to come and try it. Because if you bought Splatoon, you probably don't got no PlayStation. No, I just feel like there's a certain crowd for that type of shooter. And I fit in that crowd, but I think it's just very like niche. So or niche. So I don't know. Any thoughts on Foam Stars? Is this a day
Um,
one cop? Is this something we gonna be on? I don't even think Jalen, you got PlayStation Plus.
Nah, bro, I ain't got
Oh,
that.
oh my goodness. Uh, any
so
thoughts,
I don't mind
Josh?
it. Up front, like Splatoon is fine. I enjoy my time with it, but I don't like it that much. And this
Yeah.
doesn't even look close to the same quality as Splatoon, so I'm not even gonna bother. That being said, Splatoon, at least here in Japan, is still consistently one of the best-selling games every month.
Mm-hmm.
People or kids are still just buying it. So Nintendo has a chokehold on the market, and so there's money to be made. And I think it's a good idea to like try
Trying
to
to get some of them
capitalize on that.
dollars.
But yeah, I don't trust Square Enix to do that. They don't have a good record of live service games. Like all their live service games are cheap,
Babylon's
unbalanced,
Fall.
and yeah, Babylon's Fall, and they close super early. Like as soon as this game is not making money, they gonna announce it's gonna be closed in 6 months. You're not getting a refund for your purchase.
They got a check from Sony. That's all they getting a check from. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, honestly, check out the gameplay, guys. It does not seem like interesting. It does seem a little sketchy. But you never know. Don't judge a book by its cover. Play the game, see if you like it. If you don't, you do great. If you don't, okay, still great. There's no reason to, I guess, get upset about it. Only thing I can say is that I wonder if this was like a contractual obligation for them to have this give something to Sony, because Square Enix and them, they be in each other's pockets. I just feel like this game was a throwaway, and they decided to make it like a PlayStation Plus thing. Like this doesn't seem like this will be a justifiable development. But what you kind of stated, put it in different perspective. When you stated that it's still the best selling game in Japan, that tells me that there is there's actually a market for this type of gameplay. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right, but let's get to close to our last one. We're going to talk about Diablo and their new season, which honestly I have nothing to add here because it's not really anything that I can really say about Diablo because I ain't played it. All I can say is that this one is supposed to be, and I'm just reading this based off of the article, is that it's more about the dungeon dwelling, and it's like with a mechanical companion, which I don't know what that means. Is the cadence for Diablo seeming pretty good, or am I tripping? Seems pretty good to me.
Yeah, I still see and hear people talking positive stuff about Diablo, which is good because well, I mean, I guess it's Blizzard. They are a big company, but sometimes they haven't misses lately. But it's good that Diablo is still being played and talked about. Most of the complaints I ever see about that game is around like balance and monetization and rewards and stuff like that. But the core game seems fun. So I'm glad that this like season 4.
Yeah, season
The
3.
seasons that
Season
are
3.
coming out, season 3. Yeah, the seasons are still pretty quick. I mean, not quick. They're updating the game pretty often, which is good to see. I still want to play it. I just don't have the time to sink into Diablo. And I guess with like the seasons and stuff, I want to jump in, I guess, at the beginning of the season so I can actually do all the time content. But we'll see. It's still there on my radar. What about you? I thought you had bought it on sale at some point.
Yeah, I bought it with my Xbox when I got it to when I actually got the deal or whatever for it. I was able to get the game for free with it. And I have it on my Xbox and I played it a little bit, but yeah, it's just one of those games that I hate that it's always online. It's not pausable. Because that really throws a hamper into my play style because again, I can't be just focused on something for a long period of time. I have to be able to pause it, sit it down, play it again, and because of the kids and that priority over it's not the game. So when it comes to those types of games, it's really difficult to play them. That's why I was so happy and ecstatic when I found that cheese to get through Elden Ring where you can pause it. I was really ecstatic about that. Because it's just, it's like my life ain't built for that no more. It's like there's no reason for it to be that way because it doesn't change. I mean, always online is, I guess, their reason, but it ain't no good reason for me. I feel like there should be an offline mode, so I can get through the game and enjoy it. And I think a lot of the multiplayer things flopped for them, to be honest. I don't see that being something that's keeping people playing, honestly. I think they just love to grind and they love to get with their parties and then grind. I don't think the always online is adding so much value. Probably the cost is not beneficial, but I think this live service, aspect of it helps them. I don't know, maybe sell microtransactions, but outside of that, I don't really see the benefit of it. And I got to put some more time and effort into it to kind of truly make a definitive statement like that. But to my eyes, all I hear a lot about is the grind being easier, getting better, more efficient, more fun and enjoyable. I hear nothing of the online stuff. I hear nothing of that being fun and enjoyable and oh, this is changing my life and how I play this game. I don't think anybody has praised it. So my eyes, it's not adding value. So, you know. But yeah, they got a new season coming out. I don't know when it starts. I think it comes it does not stay. Oh, January 23rd. The new season comes January 23rd. So yeah, I mean, if you're a Diablo fan, you're eating good this month. I think that's good. At some point I'm gonna try this freaking game and I'm gonna actually play it and enjoy it, and might get Jalen the cop too, so we can go kill some butchers. What's that enemy called? The butcher. We can go kill the butcher a few times, run up in a few dungeons, and rinse and repeat, so we can get our gold drops. Ain't that right, Jalen?
Yeah, good look.
Jalen love gold drops. We all love gold drops. Who doesn't love gold drops? But yeah, I think Diablo 4 is just it's gonna ever escape me. I thought getting it free was gonna motivate me. It's just tough when it comes to that online stuff. So we'll see. We'll see. Um. Okay. Well, outside of that, I mean, I think the only other thing that I wanted to truly get to was explaining a couple of games that were going to be coming to Game Pass. I think Wave Game Pass Wave is that we're going to be the games that are going to be coming are Those Who Remain coming January 16th. Turnips Boy robs a bank, that's January 18th. F123 January 18th. Hell World January 19th. Go Mecha Ball, that's January 25th. Bro Potato, which is January 30th. Persona 3 Reload February 2nd. And then Anuchard, which is February 6th. Bro Potato is the only one I really know. F123 is a decent racer. I think is Pal World like a Pokemon game?
Power World. Yeah, you might have seen something about it. Power
Oh,
World
Pokemon with guns. Hold up, what is
it's a
this?
Pokemon game, but they fight each other, but they have guns. Like the Pikachu clone got an AK-47, and they like fighting. But it's not just that; it's a farming game. Like you're like building a base and like having your pals protect it and stuff like that. So it's an interesting like goofy like concept game, and it seems has some hype behind it.
I'm
I don't
interested
know if
in
it's really good or
Persona
not,
3.
but the concept is yeah. Persona 3, I say it actually looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
The remake. Not too long ago they came out with the HD update of the old version, but now
Yeah.
they've redone it in Unreal Engine. The graphics look better. They got the animated cutscenes. They redone the combat system because it was really old, and they've made like a bunch of changes
Mm-hmm.
over 4 and 5. So I might actually play it. I was gonna skip it, but I might actually play it. If y'all want to play it, I think y'all would enjoy it. The only part that will maybe not age as well, and I'm trying to get a confirmation of how much they changed, is so y'all remember the dungeons in Persona 5? Like you
Mm-hmm.
go into a dungeon. In 5, they were specific to like the character that you were investigating or whatever, and it was like a unique castle or like a prison or something like that. In Persona 3, they're not like unique separate dungeons. Like you
Mm-hmm.
might it's one big dungeon and you're gonna explore it at your own pace, and the game will like let you know, oh, you need to get to floor 50 before Christmas or something like that, and you'll need to do that at your own pace. So you have to, am I gonna hang out with my friends today, or am I gonna go to the dungeon? So
Oh.
yeah, it's that balance to it, and if you wait too late and you gotta do like 50 floors in a row, it's kind of like a grind. But if you
Yeah,
spread it out, it's not that bad. But I'd say at least try it out, see if you're interested in the opening, because I like 3 because it's very different than 4 and 5, and it's more uh gritty, like a little more um like the personas and stuff are kind of scary, are meant to be scary, not just like they just show up randomly in Persona 5.
yeah,
But yeah, it's try it out. It comes out in early February, I think the second, right?
yeah. February 2nd.
Yeah,
So
and the remake looks really good. So
yeah, so it's gonna be on Game Pass. So I ain't gotta pay for it. I'm gonna give it a shot for sure. I thought it looked good, and it's
I
pausable.
say
So
it's at least shorter than Persona 5. Like you can spend 100 hours in that game, but I think I beat it in like 40, like originally.
yeah,
It's
and when it comes
like
to like literally the biggest driving force of me getting like a Windows handheld is literally Game Pass. That's it. Like
but yeah.
nothing
Mhm.
else. Um, but at the same time, it's not pausable. It's not like I can put it to sleep and come right back to it. It's not that console experience that I'm looking for anyway. So, but that would be a driving factor for me to get a Windows based handheld simply because there's so many Game Pass games that I would love to be able to, just be able to play and on the move. But again, it's not going to be like what I'm expecting anyway because it's not running through that Proton layer. So if I can get it to run through Proton layer, I'm gonna play it. So we'll see what happens there. But I don't think this is gonna ever work. But running it through the cloud streaming probably would be my best bet. But it's pausable, so that's good. You don't want to disconnect from a Diablo session, even though they might disconnect you themselves. Um, but yeah, I think this is it looks like it's going to be shaping up to be a decent, first couple of weeks for gaming. There's still plenty to play right now. Bro Potato was one of the things I wanted to play on my Steam Deck too, so be interesting to be able to try it out a little bit on there and see if I really want to purchase. But I think it's like $4, $5 last time I checked. Um, but yeah, it's another one of those Vampire Survivors type games. But yeah, I don't really have much else outside of that. I think we can cut it short. We'll be back next week talking about the Xbox Direct. Hopefully, we get something from Nintendo soon, talking about their new up and coming stuff. Because all you can do is wonder what they got going on. They don't really got much telling you. Actually, they've been doing a good job. I take that back. Nintendo been doing a good job of telling you exactly that they don't got nothing going on. They just been really good at actually telling you what we got coming out, and none of it interests me. That's not their problem. They got plenty of stuff coming out. It's more so about I just looking for the next Nintendo Switch to come out. Show us what you got. So, when do we think y'all gonna get that Switch 2 announcement? When do we think? I was thinking like June.
Um, yeah, if it's coming out this year, we should get an announcement soon, like sometime like May or June. If it's not coming out this year, then at the end of the year, I guess. But
No,
I'm hoping
I think they
it's
eating off the Switch, man. I think they eating so good they don't want to do nothing. I feel like this is the new 3DS. Remember how that thing just was not great for a very long time and nobody cared, um, because it was portable. I think this is the new one. I think this is just
Mhm.
a new situation for them where they like, we got rid of our 3DSs. You know how much money we used to make off 3DSs? They got rid of that line and put it into the Switch. Why would they lose their 150 million player base right now and switch to something else? I don't think everybody gonna come over. Obviously, they can make more money and over time, but I was not surprised when Zelda did not get a release date with the new Switch 2. I figured they were gonna get all the money that they could from that game and then just sell you the upgrade version later. Nintendo. I know you like the back of my hand, man. Original schemers. But yeah. I'm done. Anything else for the good of the people before we get up out of here?
No. We talked about a lot, and it's early in the year, but so far the year's looking good.
Yeah,
I'll
for
say
sure.
just try to find a way to save money on these games because it's looking like I'm gonna be spending a lot. Like I am gonna get Dragon's Dogma, and then right after that, um, trying to see if I'm gonna get Final Fantasy. So my
Yeah.
pockets is not looking forward to it.
Not at all. Not at all, Chief. Okay. Well, all right, then we gonna get up out of here. Like what they always tell me, what does Quasi always say? Keep your head up like your nose bleeding.
Mm.
Enjoy life. Be thankful for what you have and not what you don't. Remember, the internet ain't real, so stop pretending like it is. And that is probably what I say 20% of the population, very loud 20%, but the rest of us are pretty normal. But thank you guys for listening as always. Appreciate you guys stopping by. If you got to this part, you're the true OG. I want to thank you again for listening to us talk about games. And we will see you all next week. Peace.